I thought it was really good. I didn't learn anything I didn't know, but the test was pretty good. It was a good test. You know, what your skills are and all that sort of stuff. And I recommend it especially for people who've never been on the road. Get out and do it.
Because Rob already has a licence, he went to his GP to get an updated medical certificate. She asked the last time he had an OT assessment because he's got the condition of M on his licence and V for vehicle modifications. He then came to us for a driver training OT assessment for the purpose of getting and obtaining his medical certificate to continue driving. So Rob had to go through the medical part through his GP to obtain a medical certificate to state that he's medically stable to drive. Then he had to do the pre-drive screen, which consisted of a brief cognitive screen, a physical screen, so we look at range of motion and strength, and then a very brief vision screen. And then we put him on the road to just have a look at how he drives, his spatial awareness, lane changes, speed, same as what we would do for anybody. Rob showed no deficits in his pre-drive screen, and other than some old driving habits from being an old driver, there was no concerns with him on the road. So if you show a deficit in one of these areas, we will still give you an opportunity to drive on the road. After Rob's on road, we collate all that information and we submit a report to the GP, and the GP decides on the final sign-off. Rob successfully completed and his GP was happy to sign him off for his certificate to drive. Overall process took between 4 to 6 weeks, so it just depends on how quickly we can get the driving instructor to get them on the road. If you don't have an existing licence or you're learning, you need to still go to TMR, sit your test to obtain your learner's permit, and then it is the same process. With a learner, we then put a recommendation forward for an amount of lessons to adapt to the hand controls, and then it's up to the individual to obtain the rest of their lessons to make their 100 hours up to obtain their actual licence. So you can drive from your power chair if that's your primary mobility aid, and then we have to look at a vehicle conversion to allow that to happen. So we go to a higher complex modification and we have to use a high-end van for your lessons to determine which are the best driving modifications for you. So if someone wants to get on the road, make sure you've got your medical certificate. If you have a current licence, make sure it's got your conditions on it, and then come and see us here at the Healthy Living Centre and we'll start the process for you.